Professional or full of personality? Can you do both? Does your personal life even belong in your business videos? In this video, you'll learn why it's so important and how to integrate your personality into your content. Here's the truth. If you're staying strictly professional and never adding personality into your content, you are missing out on engagement, loyalty, and yes, even sales. Be sure to stick around till the end because I'm going to walk you through a series of questions to uncover your hidden on-camera personality. Okay, here's the thing. At the end of the day, people need human connection. It's a vital part of our well-being. Why would you remove all personal connection from your brand's videos when that's the one thing that can cause people to go from liking your brand to being incredibly loyal to your brand? When people feel like they know the people behind the company, they feel more invested in your company and in you. Just take a look at the celebrity world. Why are there even paparazzi? Why are there gossip magazines? They exist because at the end of the day, whether you think it's reprehensible or not, people want to know more about their favorite actors, sports, stars, whatever. You love watching somebody on the big screen, right? But then you also want to know who they really are. When you know more about a person's actual life, it makes the experience of watching them on screen much better because you feel connected to them on a human level. Make no mistake, the same thing applies to you and your live streams and videos. Sure, on a much smaller scale, but when you embrace this concept and you can see it as a positive thing rather than this weird thing, you will dramatically change your results with your viewers. A quick example. On my stream the other day, somebody asked a question that somehow had me talking about when Discovery Channel made me my very own doll. Yeah. Weird. And the audience demanded to see this doll that I was talking about. They did not care that we were there to talk about something else entirely. They were so intrigued by this, I had to run upstairs and get it to show them. So why does that matter? Every bit of personal information feeds into a more human relationship between you and the viewer. They want to show up to my streams because they feel like we're friends rather than a strict customer business relationship. Now, while it's okay to go off on complete tangents occasionally like I did, that may overwhelm you when first thinking about it. So a great place to start with integrating your personality and your personal life into your business content is with the age-old stories. As you're teaching something in your content, look at your own life for examples of how to support a point you're making. This example is going to be super relevant if you are the face of the brand. I teach that even though you want to be super personal with your audience, it is okay to have boundaries and lines, but it's not okay to make your audience feel like they're being kept out of the loop. To illustrate this lesson, I use my own divorce as an example. Now, this was way back when video content creators was a super small community and we all knew each other. So when I got divorced, it was huge news. Blog articles were written, podcasts covered it, a newspaper even had an article about it. Everyone wanted to know all of the details. And I wasn't willing to dive into them because it was really no one's business. Sharing those details was a line for me. But instead of saying to my audience, hey, go away, I'm not talking, what I did instead was take them on the journey of my transition. What I said was, hey, here's where I'm thinking about putting my new studio. I showed them behind the scenes. I talked about how this transition would benefit them because I would be able to deliver even higher quality videos. Never once did I make them feel like an outsider, even though I held strict to my boundary. Even to this day, people will come up to me and say, oh my gosh, I remember when you changed studios after your divorce. They'll tell me how cool it was to watch the process. Years later, me sharing my personal journey made an impact. And you know what? I know that's a scary example and it freaks you out, but you do not have to start there. You can start with integrating much simpler things about your personal life. For example, when people see my dog, Abby the Chihuahua, they freak out because she's the real star of the show after all, and they see her on camera all the time. She's in our content, she's on our website, she's in images of me, she is everywhere, even to the point where she goes to the vet, everybody in the audience knows why she's going to the vet, and they worry about her. They follow up with questions about how she's doing. Another way to integrate your personality into your content is to highlight certain personality traits that are unique to you. One of my strengths is that when people are around me, they tend to feel better about themselves. And while that feels way super vain for me to say out loud, it's absolutely necessary for me to know that about myself so that I can tap into the strengths and personality into my content. And one of the ways I do this is by dancing during our countdown timer. 10 minutes before every stream, I turn on a countdown timer, some music to jam to, and I dance. Now, I never said I was good at dancing, but I do enjoy it, and the audience loves it. I can take them out of a bad mood and give them a break from their daily routine. Another example, I say things wrong all the time. I mix up common phrases. My brain is often moving too fast for my mouth. Instead of hiding that or being embarrassed about it, I actually lean into this. I make fun of myself. My co-host will clip something weird that I say and play the soundbite during streams at random times just to make me or the audience laugh.
Right now, there's going to be an influx of people just popping online, starting
Well,
to
what
do
did you
video,
say?
starting to do live video.
I have no idea how that came out of my mouth, but my audience went nuts over it. Now, I know that you're thinking right now, okay, but exactly how do I figure out what to share? I want to help you uncover your hidden on-camera personality right now. Your personality in real life is exactly who you need to display on camera, and this is one of the hardest things for people to achieve because there's so much crap going on up here around this idea of being vulnerable and honest and open. It's a process, and I want you to allow yourself to go through that process. The first thing that you can do on an easy level just to get started is ask yourself 3 questions. What are your hobbies outside of work? What are you absolutely terrible at? What favorite foods or foods that you hate? These may seem like stupid, simple questions, but here's the thing. You live with these things every day. They're so integrated into your life and you don't even think about it. These are the things that you're trying to keep out of your content. It happens to everybody naturally because you think people don't care, but they do. I like to dance, so I integrated that into my content. These are key components to bring into your content as examples, jokes, side notes, and of course, we can go way deeper into this process if you're willing to let me guide you. Check out this playlist on my Live Streaming Pros channel, and if you want to learn more about live streaming tech and strategy in general, check out this playlist. Remember, it's time to get comfortable being uncomfortable.